Hello, I'm Micks Mowers and Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be working on this Echo Leaf Blower. It's an, what is it? An Echo ES2400. This was given to me by my old friend Taff. He's since moved, and I fixed it for him once, and then he gave it me, and it's just been sat in my store. I did use it yesterday, but it's very, very boggy and what have you. I thought I remember I really struggled last time it came in for a fix to get a carburetor for it, but I have now since found a rebuild kit stroke carburetor for it. It's Chinese and it comes with all the bits and bobs, but I want the carburetor. Carburetor is 14 quid. I think the carburetor is a HIPA carburetor. Lots of my friends do videos with HIPA. So I'll give that a go, see how that gets on. Yeah, £14 carburetor. If it fixes this little blower, which is my own blower, then I'll be as happy as Larry, which will be good. So if you want to see how to change your carburetor on your two-stroke machine, then keep watching. If this is your first time watching Micks Mowers and Mower Man, hit your subscribe button and whack the old bell, set notifications to all, that way you'll be told next time I upload another video. So without further ado, let's get down dirty and let's get this Echo leaf blower carburetor changed to get it running. Right, so another two-stroke bit of kit on the old deck. This has been a bit of a two-stroke week this week. I've been having, which I don't mind the old two-strokes, but I know my old mate Pete, he loves them. So all we're going to do is remove the HT lead, high tension lead, remove that, just so the old machine don't fire up, and then undo the back of the air filter housing. That comes off. There's an air filter now. I've got a new air filter for it as well. What we've got in there, some Torx bits off flatheads. So flathead screws, without breaking on me. Yeah. Unwind them. So this has not been a bad little bit of kit, to be fair. It's been well worked, you can see it has. But I've had it since last year. Got it out the shed 2 days ago just to blow my leaves off. And it was just a bit boggy, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a bit of a happy birthday. And for the sake of a genuine rebuild kit for this carburetor, which it did have last year, I found a cheap old carburetor, 14 nicker. I thought we'd take that all day long, see how we get on with it. So that's that. Now HIPA do boast, apparently they do boast, they say you can try their carburetors, no adjustment necessary. So that'd be interesting to see. Well, let's just see if it gives us any gaskets with it. It gives us any gaskets with that. What do you get in the kit from HIPA? Let's have a look here. So you get an assortment of pipes. These are not high quality. If you're going to do it right, HIPA, use the right pipes, I would say, just to make it a bit better. We get the air filter for it. That's cool. You get a couple of gaskets. You get a couple of primer bulbs, which mine don't need. So my primer bulbs can go into there. You get a L7T, that's torch, TOP spark plug. Cool. You get the carburetor itself, and then you get a couple of, you get two fuel filters on top of that. So that ain't too shabby. I think normally the two fuel filters you have to pay about 3 or 4 quid for. Let's have a look at these. Look at this gasket set. So what we got here. There's no gasket there. There's a gasket on there, Mick. Yeah, there's a gasket on there, so that's all right. So that's the right gasket. I don't think they give you the back gasket. No, they don't. So the gasket they supply on here, that's got a breather hole there. Okay, so it doesn't actually need the gasket they supply because it's not actually a breathing carb on that side there. No impulse hole on it, but there will be on the back. So I'm going to remove this one off of there because that's got 2 holes and that's got 1 hole. So you only want the one, which would be that cookie there. I think. Does that line up? I've just lost me. I don't know. I've just lost my throttle connection. Well, that's a pain in the bum. Should have kept an eye on that. So does that line up? That don't line up there. Ain't no good to no one. Another gasket here. I don't line up either. So both the gaskets they supply won't fit the original carburetor. That's handy, Harry. So what we got here? Turn the carburetor around the right way, so what's going on. That way round. So we've got the. It's got to try and mark these so I know which is what. So the straight pipe is the straight pipe where it comes off of the actual carburetor, okay, is the pipe that sits nearest to the machine. So straight pipe nearest the machine. Don't let me forget that. Straight pipe nearest the machine. Dropping stuff now. So now I can remove that hose off of there. I've got plenty of slack adders if I need it. Straight pipe nearest the machine. Okay. So that carbon go over there one side. Now what I need to do before I do anything is I need to try and find out where that little throttle arm come from, because it come off the machine. And I've got to try and locate where that come from. I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea where that come from. So let me see where that come from first. I've got to film my take all this apart now. I should have paid more attention. But there you go. See you in a minute. Right, so my mistake, because I dropped that. That's now lost its throttle. So I'm going to have to remove this housing, which is not something I wanted to get involved in. So this is extra. If you look after your nuts and your bolts, you won't have to do what I'm doing now. So, lesson learnt. Hopefully nothing to snap, and it'll all come off. A bit of luck. What we've got here, we've got a couple of little Allen bolts there to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's missing quite a few bits on here. So I've got a tiny Allen bolt to go on there now. My shop's a bit of a mess, so I'm having problems with my air compressor. So I just spoke to SGS because it's mucking me about, and apparently it is under a 2-year warranty, which is fantastic news. So hopefully I can get it fixed or replaced. It's not holding pressure with regards to, it shows only 50 psi, and the second I put the gun on it, it drops down to nothing and doesn't give you any output. And then when you drain the bottom out, it's full of air. So I think it's a regulator problem. Anyway, I'm not even going to bother with it because it's under warranty. So don't touch it, leave it well alone. Right. So that's all of that. Now hopefully this should all come apart. Just want to see where, all I want to do is have a sneaky peek in here to see where that little tiny rod goes. That's all I want to do. Now hopefully it's all going to stay put for me. So that little tiny rod, where's Rod go? Rod Stewart. Let me remove that spark plug. Let me take the spark plug out. Take the spark plug out. And then we can have a look to see what crack is. And we'll go from there, I suppose. What's that with this? Why is that not working? Is it? Cool, who did that up, me? Yeah, it's nice to get on real 2-strokes for a little bit, to be fair. Don't get to do a lot of them. Right, let's have a look now. Come apart. Make sure there's no springs in there, or something there, a little wire there. Keep an eye on that. So it looks like, I think that just sits in there. Back on you go. That sits in there, possibly. That's what activates that there. And then that can then go on to Carby, which went round that way. On the back of that, So what I'm doing is I'm just fishing this all back together just so I can see roughly what's occurring. There's something ain't took right. Something's got a bit of a drift here somewhere. Yeah, that's it, like that. So that's going to go like that, and go on like that. I would say that's going to go on that way around. So that tells me that this little tiny rod has got to sneak around the back of that, in there, down through there, and in like that. Now, all I'm going to do, oh, see what happened then? I think I'm going to leave that throttle housing out until I get my new carburetor in place. I'll leave that just like that. Like so. Okay, new carby. Let's see what we get for carbies. So this is slightly different, I will say. Although it wasn't different in the picture. So I've got something to say about that. So we've got that's a high jet. Looks like we've only got a high jet adjuster for your fuel. Nothing else hidden. So I go around that way. That's it. Right, let's now just try and fit on this this carby. It's going to go like that. That's got to sit up into there. That's working the carburetor, lovely. Yeah. So what did we say? We said straight pipe, didn't we? Straight pipe, nearest a machine, which is that one there. And then on the bent pipe goes the other one. Happy with that. Now on here, we've got a little tiny hole on the back of a carb. So that don't fit. Oh, that's weird. That one fits there lovely. But we've got one there too. Now where's my original gasket gone? Where's my original? I'm going to find my original gasket because that's the one I'm interested in to put back onto carb. So that's going to go like that, you see. I'm just matching these guys up. So that one's going to go. Is it that one? Whip. That's the old one, Mick. That's on that. So that one is going to go on there, which is the wrong one for it. I had that fitting a minute ago. I had that fitted 2 seconds ago. Don't tell me they don't send the carburetors in. That's it, that way around. So that one goes onto there. Happy with that, okay? That fits. So we're happy with that. At the back of it, there should be a gasket to fit that. Now that don't do it. That ain't no good. So let me find the original gasket. That one go for Burton for a minute. And I'll come back to you in 2 ticks. Right, so closer inspection. Don't need a gasket on the back for a breather because that just goes to the throttle arm itself. I can see that ticking over there. So that's no drama. So that can now go that way there. Onto there. Anywhere like so. So we're happy with that. That all lines up. That lines with that hole just down there as well. So yeah, we're happy with that. So that can go back onto there, Mickle Mouse. Yeah, it lines up nice. And what do we have on here? We just had a couple of screws, didn't we? That's all we had. A couple of screws with a plate. And on the front of the carb, we had a hole there, which should be that one there. Now I've got a gasket there already, that can come off if that's the wrong gasket for this carburetor. And we'll stick that on. And that's going to go on that way like that. So just get those ones started. Get gasket on, carby on. Get that back gasket on, which I think went that way. Yeah, that lines up of those holes. So now what we've got to do, we've got to now line up the throttle without dropping it off that arm, and then line all that up, one go, into there, pull that HT that way, and just quick test of the throttle. Yeah, that's working. We're happy with that. So before we go any further, all I want to do is just wind one of them screws into there. Now that'll hold all that handle together. We don't want that coming back out, because if we do, that throttle link is going to fall off. I'm just going to wind that up. Now bearing in mind, they said no adjustment needed. That's what they said. That's what they said. Maybe not straight away, maybe about 2 weeks later on, or 3 weeks later when the diaphragm softens up, maybe. We'll see. And I pay for this carburetor myself out of my own hard-earned money. So we can now do this one up. Get that seat in. So all the gaskets are all now right. The one gasket at the back was incorrect, but I had the original gasket there which lined up lovely. So that's good. One there. One there. Quick little test of the throttle. Throttle's working lovely. We've got an air box to go on and an air filter. That our air filter's no good, it's had it. We've got a nice little air filter there, so that can go into there. Which way around that all goes, it all looks to be roughly the same. We'll try that way around. No, don't like that way, it likes that way. That's about right. We'll try that. So what I do is actually going to fit that to that, see if that fits. There you go. So new air filter. That can now go onto there. So the question is, have we now fixed this little blower for about $14.99? Because if we have, I'll be well happy. I do use it quite a bit. This little blower. I do get quite a bit of use. Can't get that to fit in there somehow. It doesn't like it. It fits to a degree. Oh, that's on. That mucked me about. That goes onto there. And that should do up. That got it? Yes, got it. Alright, there you go. Choke work? Yeah, choke works. Okay. Just got to put the other screws in. Get a quick little prime. Yeah, feel coming through. Let's put these other little tiny screws in. Do it all up, and I'll meet you outside. And hopefully, we've now fixed this little leaf blower, which I've got for now. And hopefully, it's serving for a couple more years. So hopefully, it'll run. Let's see. When you go for a walk, do a little run around the garden. Come here, girl. Good girl. Let me untie you. Good girl. All right, go and have a wee. We'll go and do whatever it is you want to do. Good girl. Right, so Echo Leaf Blower, the ES2400. Looked it up in the service manual, it said 50 to 1. Lots of them used to be 40 to 1, but looked up on the manual, it said 50 to 1. So it's got 50 to 1 aspin in it, which is great because I don't use it all the time, so it will store for about 2 years, so that'd be good. Inside the old shed. Now, HIPA said no adjustment needed, right, didn't they? That's what it said. That's what it says on the advert, I saw it. So turn it on, throttle works. Get a bit of beans, let's see what happens. So prime. Now what it was doing last time is missing and bogging last time. Come on to choke. give it a couple of pulls and let's see what it do. HTL's on. Let it warm up. Oh. 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 See that? That's called a tuner. So it does need a bit of a tune. HIPA. You're turning porkies. That's what happens. Okay, so it runs. So let me just show you how I tune that. Let me just show you how I tune that, okay guys. So on this carburetor is a copy, so you only have the high mix, you don't have the low. On the original carburetor you have high and low, okay? So all you're doing is you're unscrewing or screwing in this little tiny jet here, mixture screw jet, just so you can enable yourself to find the exact perfect running point of this machine, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it off center, tighten it in so it'll run like an absolute pig, and then I shall adjust it back out again, and you'll see and hopefully be able to hear the difference in engine noises, hopefully, of how it should run. So let me just fire it up, and then I'm going to screw this one in, which will make it run like an absolute pig, and that's restricting fuel. Let's turn it on, Mick. So now it runs nice. So we're going to adjust this one in, okay? We're going to screw that one in. But now listen. It doesn't want to run at all. I'm going to screw it out about half a turn. That's half a turn. Another half a turn. And now a quarter. Now that's roughly where most carburetors will be, but that's not. So we're going to keep going. A little bit more. And you can hear it starting to pick up in revs. A bit more. There you go, hear that? Now we're getting there. And just gently feather that. Once you've got it to where you want it, you're going to have to gun it and then just slowly rock back the screw, but it must be at full revs. Okay, so one leaf blower now all up and running, and yeah, for £14 you can't knock that. That's a really good price. However, HIPA did say, and you know, it's got to be brought up. Who's that? Who's that? Hello, Pip. Come here. HIPA did say that the carburetor wouldn't need tuning. Why does your mouth smell like cat food? Why does your mouth smell like cat food? What have you had? That smells like cat food. Is that tail running? No, because you've been eating cat food, haven't you? You rat. So, HIPA said on one of her Instagram posts that there's no need for adjustment. So how many people do you think would buy a carburetor and send it back, or buy another carburetor because it didn't work? And it is just simple tuning in and out. But what I'm trying to say to you is there's a lot of people don't know how to do that. And if you're going to put a statement on a carburetor that says, or on a product that says you don't need to tune it, maybe we're talking about 4 strokes. I don't know. But, you know, if you're going to make a statement saying no need to tune, then you should stand by that. I like to tune mine. And we'll probably have to tune it again in about a month's time, possibly, because once the diaphragm beds in a little bit, they want a bit more tuning. You smell like whiskers. Don't you lick me. You've been eating cat food. So there you go. Nice little Echo hedge trimmer now, leaf blower now all up and running, doing what it should do, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So don't bite me. You should be full up. You've been eating cat food. You've been eating cat food. And I'm telling Mummy. Yes, I'm telling Mummy you've been eating cat food. Don't you huff at me. Good girl. Right, where you go. So yeah, super happy. Live to blow another day. That's good. Here's a statement for you. So if you like this little video of Micks Mowers and Mower Man, hit your subscribe button, whack the old bell, set notifications to all, that way you'll be told next time I upload another video. I look forward to this episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon, but much more importantly, don't forget, take it easy.